What's up, YouTube, man? Welcome back, man, to another video, man. If you're new to the channel, man, my name is JR, and I did 10 years in the Georgia Department of Correction, man, and I share prison stories, man. I let you know what's going on while I was behind the walls, man. Like I said, some of these stories could get crazy. Some are real violent, some are real sad, some are real funny. But these what went on a day-to-day basis while I was behind the walls. All right, this story, man, is a continuation from the last story I just dropped about Don and Chris. Now, this is when my bunkmate New York, he ended up going to the hole and he left his, you know what I'm saying? He told me to sell it, make sure his brother get the money. Okay, boom. So let me get into this story, man. So boom, when they came in the room, man, the search team came in the room and they tell bro to pack it up. They tell him to pack it up. He started packing his stuff up, man. I jumped down out of my bunk or whatever. He like, you know, he had a phone, so he looking like, man, how I'm gonna bust a move. He want to bust a move, but he don't know how to bust a move. So I'm standing up there. At first, he said to me like, hey, bro, hey, Jamaica, they go my information, bro. Hit me up, bro, or hit my brother up and let him know that I'm in the hole. So when the search team member was like, they got phones in the hole, they got phones in the hole. Mind you, they do have a phone in the hole. It's like somewhat of a portable phone. You know, it's the wall phone. You got to pay to use it or whatever. People's got to have money on their account, but they actually roll it around. But when you in a hole trying to use that phone, man, you probably never see that phone, bro, because these officers, they be lazy. They don't want to bring it around. The orderly, sometimes, he might push it around if the officer give him the authority to push it around, because they be having it locked in the boot sometimes, bro. So it'd be pretty much hard. So that way he was telling the officer, like, nah, man, Whenever bro get on the phone, he's like, bro, when you gonna get on the phone? So me now, in my mind, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I like, bro, probably tomorrow or something, whatever, you feel me? But while he's saying that, the search team went to dragging his mat out. When the search team went to dragging his mat out, bro just slid me the phone. He already had in his hand. It's a little flip phone. He had it cuffed. He just did like this on top. I'm standing up. He's standing up. We both like facing the top bunk. He like this, slide it. I just cuffed it real quick. You feel me? He hurry up and got the rest of his stuff out the room. They hit the door. They hit the door now. They bringing him downstairs. They already had Don waiting at the front with all his property. Don just looking like he had this nonchalant look, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you could never really tell what was going on with Don. He was a pretty smooth dude. So he just had a nonchalant look. He already knew what time it was. So when they bringing bro downstairs, I could see one of the blood dudes, or Slim. Slim was knocking on the window like, hey, blood, hey, blood. And then he did like this. You feel me? And he, my bunkmate New York, he was like, it's good, man. He like, it's good. He good, good. You feel me? Boom. He went downstairs. You know, all the bloods in there. Like, man, stay up, homie. Ooh, they doing all that. Boom. They take him out. They take him out. Boom. They let us off lockdown. So come off lockdown now. I come out the room. I'm pretty much easy, bro. Everybody, all the bloods are looking towards my room, looking up at me. So one of them was like, what's up, he? You know what I'm saying? I was like, it's good, man. It's good. They were like, man, he didn't get caught with it. He tried to take it with him. I was like, it's good, man. It's good. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to give him too much information. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was cool with a lot of them. MT had them pull up on me. MT pulled up on me. We sit in the room. We talking about the whole situation. He's like, damn, man, it's messed up. Bro actually went down. You know what I'm saying? Actually went down for this with Don. And I was like, yeah, man, that's how it be. That's how you know that whoever told them that, man, bro and Don was like this, and they felt like my roommate NY told Don to do it. And then they said these people that seen something on the camera, they said these cameras don't work, bro. Sometimes they be saying they work or whatever, but anyways, they came and picked them boys up, and them boys gone. So all the bloods in there, man, they talking about who got the phone, who got this, who got that. They already know I had it. Someone pull up on me later on at night. Someone pull up on me like, bro, let me use the phone. I like, look, bro, you know what I'm saying? They ain't even that type of party. I let y'all use it, but guess what? Y'all got to stay in the room. And I got to be in the room with y'all, because ain't nobody leaving out this room with this, man. I got to sell this thing, you feel me? Brad wrote on the paper, he's like, bro, send it to my brother. You know what I'm saying? Sell the phone and send 300 to his brother, you feel me? But you know me, man, I gotta make something off the deal, bro. I'm selling this thing for 400. That's where they gotta go, for 400. At this time, bro, it pretty much was a decent amount of stuff on the compound, you feel me? It ain't like it was dry. If the time was dry now and was no phones for sale and nothing like that, I'd probably get $800-900 for it. You feel me? But it was some stuff going on in the compound. Like I said, it was stuff going on in my dorm, bro. They recently just had a big drop, bro. I'm talking about a lot of stuff coming in, a whole lot of stuff, and that's how my roommate it came by that phone. He really just got it really for free. That's how he got it really for free, because he was in with the dude that was making the play. So anyways, man, as time go by, like the next day, man, I'm chilling in the dorm. I see one of the Bloods. He come to me. He was like, man, we got word from New York that you supposed to turn the phone over to the Bloods. I like, word from New York, supposed to turn the phone over to the Bloods. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my room. So when he said that, now I'm slick starting to get on point, bro. You feel me? I slick starting to get on point. I done got in my stance real smooth. He ain't even see that. I got in my stance. I'm ready to go. I'm thinking they finna goddamn be on some BS. So I'm ready for whatever. So I was like, bro, listen, bro. That man gave me instructions, bro. Sell that thing, send the money to his brother, bro, and that's it. You feel me? I don't know nothing else about nothing. How he gonna send word to y'all and not send word to me, the person who got the phone? That don't make sense. That's what I'm trying to tell him. He's like, man, I don't know, man. That's what Dog said. That's what Dog said. I was like, who? What Dog? Who? He was like, man, Slim. You know If Gang Slim? Mind you, If Gang Slim was a dude that he had talked to when he was leaving out the dorm. And I was like, If Gang Slim. But I'm like, why If Gang Slim trying to pull a stunt when If Gang Slim had stuff going on? He was one of the dudes in the dorm that had stuff going on. He was in on the same play. That phone that came in, you feel me? If Gang Slim was selling phones. He was selling skateboards, you feel me? He's selling Chris Brown's, Green, Cream. He's selling everything, you feel me? But this is how a lot of these dudes be, bro. They're greedy, they're shiesty, they're slimy to their own people. So while we there in the room talking, MT had pulled up. I guess he hadn't seen when the Blood dude came in there. MT pulled up. As soon as he pulled up, he's like, boom, yo, Schwagwan. And I say, yo, I'm there. So the Blood, he's like, what's up, Blood? What going on? And the Blood dude was like, man, we got word from the homie to get the phone from Jamaica, you feel me? So MT was like, what? MT was like, nah, bro, nah, hell no, ain't nothing like that, you feel me? He's like, bro, he left the phone with bro to sell the phone for him. Ain't nothing like that going on, you know what I'm saying? Because guess what? MT and New York, and New York, they both were from New York, bro, and they was both banging the same set, you feel me? So them folks was goddamn in the whip like this. So bro, like, nah, bro. He's like, bro, if anybody even to have that phone, bro, it's supposed to be me. I don't even want that phone. He's like, bro, that man left instruction for bro to sell the phone and send the money to his brother. The only thing that we could ensure is that the money get to his brother. We shouldn't care about nothing else. And he was like, man, Slim told me to pull up. Slim told me to pull up. So MT was like, Slim? He was like, man, there ain't nothing going on, bro. It's over with, man. It's over with. We shouldn't even be talking about this. So he might say, yo, yeah, man, no, I'll go out, man. I say, yo, my dad, I say, everything good? I say, yeah, man, everything good. But every Blood dude walked out the room. So when he walked out the room, MT was like, listen, bro, don't give that phone to nobody, bro. He was like, bro, you want me to hold on to it? I was like, nah, bro, I'm good. You feel me? He's like, man, I know you good anyway, bro. He was like, New York wouldn't have left the phone with you anyways if he didn't trust you and know that you could hold it down and sell it and ensure that his brother got the money. You know what I'm saying? New York knew the type of dude I was, bro. Me and bro were bunk mate for a couple months. Well, bro. You know I'm a solid dude. So boom. As time go by, man, I think it's next day. You're right. It was the next day, bro. I'm down in the dorm. I'm doing laps. Mind you, all over the period of this time, bro, I'm letting some of the Bloods use the phone. But the only way, like I said, the only way they could use the phone, they got to come in the room and use the phone while I'm in there, bro. I ain't got no problem with that. You feel me? Boom. I'm downstairs, bro. I'm doing laps. Boom. I see my boy Wiz downstairs. Wiz GD. Calling Wiz. He look just like Wiz Khalifa, man. Tattoos and everything. Wiz in the room. They got the door open. You know what I'm saying? Wiz a cool dude, man. But you know what I'm saying? He be bumping his nose with that cream, and you know how that go, man. That could bring your player status all the way down. Once you start doing that, man, your player status pretty much finna crash, bro. All the way. I'm walking around. I see Wiz door open, and I see If Gang Slim in there. But they standing on the bunk. They talking, you feel me? They lean up on the bunk. They talking. So while I'm doing laps, boom, I'm busting laps. I probably am on my third or fourth lap, bro. Boom. I see Wiz like, hey, Jamaica. Say, Jamaica. I'm like, yo, boom. I slide off in there. So when I slide off in there, he's like, bro, Slim wanna holler at you, you feel me? Mind you, over this period of time, bro, while Slim been in the dorm, me and Slim never really had no real conversation. He'll just see me sometimes, he'd be like, what's up, bro? And I'd be like, what's up, bro? We never associated, we never really kicked it, nothing like that. We wasn't friends, nothing like that. Now, Wiz, I chop it up with Wiz a lot of time, bro, because Wiz is from Clayton County, and he been gone a little minute. So sometimes he be sitting down, bro, and just be talking to me. He want to hear about the streets. And you find this with a lot of dudes who been gone a long time in chain gang, bro. When they meet somebody that's close to where they from, bro, they'll beat your ears up, bro, all day. They want to talk about old stuff and all this. Anyway, I go in the room, man. So Slim was like, yeah, bro, you know, dog sent word that you gotta give me that phone, you feel me? I was like, word. I was like, bro, I ain't getting no word to give you the phone. I said, I got one word, bro. One instruction. The instruction was to sell the phone, sending money to his brother. I said, bro, really and truly, bro, I shouldn't even be explaining myself to nobody about this. And he was like, what you mean? What you mean you ain't supposed to be explaining yourself? He's like, man, that's blood property. That's blood phone. I said, nah, bro, that was New York phone. You feel me? And he's in the room, he's starting to get mad. Man, this dude like 6'5", bro. Skinny as ever. That's why they call him Slim. And with these big old chain gang bifocals on, with them thick old lens like that, looking crazy. So I'm like, nah, bro, I'm finna sell it and let bro goddamn get him money. He's like, what you mean? What you mean? So he was getting aggressive. The door was open. You feel me? And when people seen that, the first one that seen it was Detroit, because I'm talking to him, he getting aggressive. I'm not even really mad because I ain't stunting. I ain't really worried about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? While he getting aggressive and talking, just like when old boy had pull up upstairs, I got in my stance. That's one thing about me, bro. Once I see conversation going left field, bro, and start to get crazy, I'm already on point. I'm ready. I ain't gonna pop. But if you try something, best ensure I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I was ready to drop his tall ass in the room. I'm talking about real ready. So boom, Detroit pulled over. Detroit was like, hey, Jamaica, you good, bro? I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm good. You feel me? He like, man, what going on? So he was like, hey, Slim, what's up, bro? So Slim was like, hey, Detroit, come here. Boom. Detroit come in the room. So when Detroit come in the room, Slim was like, pull the door. Detroit pulled the door. So Detroit, Slim was like, man, yeah. You know, New York went to the hole and Jamaica got the homie phone and the homie sent word for bro to give us the phone. You feel me? So Detroit went to look, and Detroit was like, man, what phone? You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't know that my bunkmate had a phone. That's the type. My bunkmate was real smooth and real reserved, man. Never really knew his business like that. So Slim told him that. So Detroit went to looking at me. I was like, look, bro, I don't know what he got going on. You feel me? When that man, they packed that man up, went to the hole. The man gave me that phone. He said, look, bro. He's like, bro, sell that for $300, bro. Send the money to my brother, bro. You feel me? So Detroit was like, so how he gonna send word to y'all and not send word to Jamaica? You feel me? So Slim was like, man, I don't know, bro. I don't know. But you know, that's blood property. That's my brother. I gotta ensure that his property good. You feel me? So Detroit was like, man, bro, you must not know Jamaica. Jamaica's solid dude, bro. Jamaica gonna make sure the business is handled. He gonna make sure that everything is good. So Slim was like, nah, man, you got to turn that phone over. I like, look, bro, ain't nobody really getting that phone, bro, to be honest with you, bro. He's like, all right. So Detroit was like, bro, y'all can't do nothing to that man, bro. As long as that man handle business, bro, everything is good, bro. So, boom, I slide out the room. I went right back to doing laps. MT had them peeped the play. He had them picked up the play when I came out. He see it on my face. Boom, he went to spin the laps with me. He's like, yo, what I go on? Man, I say, yo, I be a foolishness. I go on and I'm so it means. So I'm telling him like the whole situation that took place in the room. And then I say, yo, listen, give me the phone. Give me the phone. We'll deal with the phone. Anybody have a problem, them come to me. I will sell it. Then I'll make sure I say, my brother, I get the money. So I'm like, and I say, yo, no, I got the phone. Mind you, I trust MT. MT got a lot of stuff going on, bro. He got phone, he got this, he got that. But that man left it in my possession. And this is just the type of dude I am, bro. I ain't gonna give nobody stuff to nobody. So after I finished talking to MT, I'm passing the Detroit room. He called me. He like, hey, Jamaica, come here. He like, man, bro, what's up with that phone, bro? Send me that phone. I like, what's up? So he was like, mind you, he had just got knocked off. Remember I told y'all he got knocked off with the white boy Jack. All this took place within the same time, bro. So he like, man, send me that phone. I was like, bro, you know, it's going for 400, bro. You feel me? I got to send 300 to brother. You know I got to make something. I'm letting him know off the top. You know what I'm saying? He like, bro, shit, man, I ain't got no problem, bro. I ain't got no problem, bro. By tomorrow when the phones come out, by tomorrow when you pull the phone out or something, bro, you put me on the phone, I'll transfer that money right to his brother ASAP, and I'll make sure you get your $100. You know what I'm saying? So that way you ain't got to deal with these monkey ass folks. You feel me? So I like, yeah. He was like, man, listen, let me tell you something, man. If Gang Slim ain't talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what Detroit was saying. He went to laughing because when he started talking about crazy stuff, bro, he gets excited. You know what I'm saying? When he started talking about BS, he get excited. He's like, man, that man ain't talking about nothing. I promise, Jamaica. He went to pacing back in the room. He's like, man, I promise, bro. I'll be pressing them folks, bro. You know me, bro. I'll be pressing them, bro. Them folk, every time them folk get some work, bro, they got to come on in. You know what I'm saying? He's like, bro, you think I got all this? He went to pulling out all type of stuff. Zips of the cream, you know what I'm saying? Big old bombs of CI, you know what I'm saying? The ganja. When he pulled out the ganja, he looked at me. He's like, bro, what's up? You want some ganja? Boom, he dipped in the bag just like this. Here you go, little bro. You know what I'm saying? He's like, bro, make sure tomorrow you pull up on me when you pull that phone out, bro, so we could handle that business or whatever. Boom. Anyway, I came out. Boom, I went to sitting in the TV room or whatever. I could see If Gang Slim. He upstairs. He up there with like two little blood dudes, man. I guess they was If Gang because they always around him. They like some little I don't know, bro. They just be running like some little puppies or something. Everywhere he go, they be right there. They be right there just looking for scraps. Anything he dropped, they gonna pick it up. So I could tell they were really talking about me. I'm seeing up there. I'm looking up them from my peripheral. I seeing them watching me. You feel me? So I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm already tooled up, bro. I'm already on point. You know what I'm saying? It don't really matter, but I just know that I'm finna hurry up and sell this man phone and get this problem off my head, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want no type of problems in chain gang, bro. And this problem really just came in my hand. I didn't ask to be in this problem or be in this situation or have this man property, but it just landed in my hand that way. And I'm going to handle the business right way and make sure, bro, got this. So the next day now, boom, the orderly from the hole let him pull up. He's like, hey, man, who named Jamaica? He came at the front of the door, who named Jamaica? But I was already sitting because they had just got through doing inspection, man. I was already downstairs sitting in front of the TV. So he's like, man, who named Jamaica? Who named Jamaica? I heard him yelling through the vent. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking. I couldn't see nobody, but he was bent down where the vent is. You got to bent down and talk through the vent. So by the time he popped the head up, I got up. I'm like, what's up? Who asking who Jamaica is? You feel me? He like, man, who Jamaica, man? I said, who asking? He like, bro, you Jamaica, bro. Pull up real quick. I work in the hole. I'm an orderly in the hole. So instantly when he said that, I already knew it was word coming from New York. You know what I'm saying? I flush over there. I'll go over there. He like, man, look, bro, New York got transferred last night. You feel me? He went to Washington. You feel me? He's like, bro, make sure you handle that business. And he said, don't give the phone to none of his blood brothers. That's what the orderly said. You feel me? So when he was saying that, I heard some of the blood dudes, they was already looking. Because once they see the orderly in the hole coming to talk to me, and while I was in the hole and I got the phone, they already knew what the conversation was about. And some of them heard because that man was talking loud through the vent. And they heard that part he said, don't get a phone to none of the bloods. So after he left, man, as soon as about 3-4 o'clock, man, boom, we pull out. I pull the phone out because I gave it to a white dude who got the spot. You know what I'm saying? He got a real smooth spot. I gave it to him like, cause I ain't playing no game with nobody. Man, that phone ain't finna get knocked off of me and then I'm responsible for it. Ain't no way. So 3-4 o'clock, man, I go to him, man. He pulled out. I went straight down there to the Detroit room. You know what I'm saying? Detroit like, man, come on, man, let's handle this business, man. He pulled out. He talked to his folks. He was like, man, send this right here. He gave them the information. I think it was using PayPal at the time. He like, gave him the information. He's like, man, send 300 here. And I gave him my shit. He was like, look, send 100 here. You know what I'm saying? Bro, no matter 10 minutes, we sitting in the room talking the whole time, bro. Detroit was like, man, them niggas don't be talking about nothing, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Them folks don't be talking about nothing. I'm pressing. I'm telling you, this man get excited when he talk about BS all the time, though. But he was real cool, bro. A lot of people were scared of Detroit and everything. But like I said, bro, if bro smell fair on you, bro, he's pressing you, bro. That's how he is. And that's how he was doing a lot of playmakers around the dorm and a lot of dudes. They were pressing him. And then he was like, man, see, but these blood dudes be slimy as ever, bro. And I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, bro, you all is slimy, bro. And I'm like, damn, I'm disappointed in If Gang Slim. Because guess what, bro? You got stuff going on, bro. I expect this from a nigga that ain't got nothing going on. But you got stuff going on. Why would you try to pull a stunt like that, bro? Just to show everybody that you got some pull or you this or you that? Man, ain't no way, bro. It ain't working out like that, home. Boom. Transaction went through, bro. Money came my way. Money went to brother way. I called his brother like, you know what I'm saying? You got the paperwork? His brother like, yeah. I was like, tell bro, I said, big up yourself, man. Much respect, man. You feel me? And he was like, man, I do. He said, bro, big up to you, bro. You handle the business the right way. Cause bro was worrying. He said, bro was worrying about if the Bloods were trying to go get the phone from you. And that's exactly, he knew, bro. He knew exactly, bro. That man know. He been in chain gang. He done seen situations just like that, bro. These folks be sliming each other, bro. They be wiping each other's nose all the time, bro. That's just how they do. You feel me? Once the transaction went through, that boy Detroit got his money, man. I came out Detroit room, problem off my hand. The problem is off my hand, bro. I ain't got to tell nobody. I ain't got to report to nobody about nothing, about who got this, who got that, was money sent. No. You know what I'm saying? I went later on that night, I seen F Gang Slim. He watching me, cause one of the blood dudes that came to me, he was real cool, man. One of the little Shine dudes, G-Shine dude, he came to me, he's like, man, Jamaica, let me holler at my folks real quick. I like, bro, you know what's up, bro? I sold the phone, bro. I sent, bro, people's his money. He's like, damn, bro. He's like, yeah, for real. I like, yeah. He's like, man, that's what's up, bro. You kept it solid. He said, I wanted to use that motherfucker though, but you a real one, boy. You kept it solid, bro. He's like, bro, I'm glad you ain't getting them niggas the phone. I was like, hell nah, bro. You know I ain't going out like, you know I ain't doing nothing like that. Feel me? So, but that was crazy, man. It's crazy because I end up being in a situation that I ain't want to be in, but because this was my old roommate and he was real cool, man. I didn't want to see bro get knocked off with his phone or end up leaving it with somebody. He couldn't leave it with nobody, bro. I was the closest one, and I was the only one that he could have slid it to. Like I said, when he slid it to me, bro, the search team was in the room. They just had their back turned, bro. Feel me? So I just glad I made sure handle the business the right way, bro. But problems could come to you that way, bro. And it just show you how these dudes be slimy, bro. A lot of these gangs, organization, and different sets and different cliques, they be slimy amongst each other, bro. I see it all the time in chain gang, bro. And it could cause a lot of problems. And it could, a situation like that, get me caught up as a civilian, bro. Even though majority of the Bloods and majority everybody that knew about the situation, like, man, bro, Jamaica gonna handle that, bro. He a real one, bro. He gonna make sure everything good with that. But these dudes be slimy against each other, bro. Feel me? That's what I said, man. Y'all just be careful of the decisions that y'all make in life. I'm not telling everybody not to join no gang or not to do this or do that. But y'all got to think about things like this, bro, when you join. Everybody ain't your friend, bro. Not because you shake up with them, you sit down and eat with them and do this with them, bro. They ain't your friend. As soon as you turn your back, bro, they be ready to snake you, man. But that's the video for today, man. I appreciate y'all checking out my channel, man. A lot of love, a lot of peace, a lot of respect, man.